Hello and welcome to Retro Reviews, and today I've got some bummer news that the Switch 2 is going to be increasing in price, citing market conditions and global economies and pressure from stockholders, yada yada yada. It's all the same corporate speak that they're going to give you. It didn't really land or resonate for all the PlayStation gamers or the Xbox gamers when it happened to them, and Nintendo is finally succumbing to that, having a $50 price increase at least here in the US. And that sucks because the Switch 2 is already pretty darn expensive, sitting at $450 before factoring in any games, or the $500 for the Mario Kart World bundle. It's just a lot. It's a lot to invest in a system that, quite frankly, doesn't have a ton of great games at the moment. The most recommendable being Donkey Kong Bonanza. You've got Mario Kart World, which I don't think is the best in the franchise by a long country mile, let alone an $80 game or even the bundle and $50 game. I don't think it's that great of a system seller, to be perfectly honest. I think the only reason it sold so well is because it was the first game to come out with the console, like the only real good exclusive at launch. They've got a fair amount of third-party games, and a lot of those games run pretty darn well. Cyberpunk 2077 and Resident Evil Requiem being a couple noteworthy ones for sure. But in terms of first-party support, we've got a handful, and that's about it. Not saying there aren't great games on the Switch 2, but there could be a lot more. At least there should be some more excitement around the Switch 2 for how well it's sold. We just don't have a lot on the horizon. And I think with Nintendo maybe shifting toward this single game direct like they did with the Star Fox Direct, I don't know if we're going to get a slew of information, or maybe they're saving a general direct. They're going to do like one a year instead of two, and then they sprinkle in these single game directs. I'm not really sure. But right now, it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence in the system moving forward. They're raising the prices pretty soon. And the only silver lining here, the literal only silver lining, is they're giving you a little more time than PlayStation or Xbox did. I think September 1st was the day that they're going to be increasing the prices. So if you want to jump in and grab one and you've been thinking about it, probably do it before September. Gives you some time to put together some cash too if you don't have it all the way ready to go. That's the only silver lining here. I think these price increases are pretty ludicrous for these companies like Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo being so big, and then citing market economy stuff. They make all of their money off of their software anyway. Truly, like, their software sells so much, like that's what drives their revenues all the time. They rarely, especially in the early years of a console coming out, make money on a console. They typically lose money or they break even at the best. So I don't like the market conditions, global economy. I think it's stupid. I really do. I think they can manage to lose a couple pennies on every console and then sell a ton on their software because they're charging $70 or sometimes $80 for their games. The new Star Fox game looks like it'll be $60 for the physical version, $50 for digital, which is a welcome thing for sure. Star Fox 64 isn't the longest game by any stretch, so I don't think it is worth a $70 price tag. And I've seen some pre-orders on like Amazon for the physical edition for $50 if you want to get that ahead of time. That's really, really nice. They're going to make all their money off their software, and like that's the bottom line here. So I just don't like them increasing the price here, especially as a Switch 2 owner. It sucks because it's going to price out people even more than it already is. People aren't spending a lot of extra money on gaming, myself included. I'm not just buying every new game right when it comes out. I'm cherry picking because things are expensive. I don't want to just be spending my money on games. I need to spend my money on other things too. So there's just not a lot of discretionary funds right now, and it kind of sucks to see that there won't be a lot of people that are jumping onto the Switch 2 because prices aren't going down over time. They're just going up. So again, if you're on the fence, you're thinking about it, probably should pull the trigger now. We do have the Star Fox game coming out. Presumably Ocarina of Time remake's going to be announced soon. Hopefully we'll have a new 3D Mario announced, a new Smash game. We need something. We need something big on the horizon. Star Fox is great. It's not the system seller. It's the nice icing on the cake for the Switch 2 owners that already have the console. You're not going out to buy a Switch 2 so you can buy Star Fox. That's just the way it is. You're probably going out to buy DK Bonanza or Pokemon Pokopia. Some of those bigger hitters here. Apparently Pokopia is super fun. A lot of people are loving it. I didn't buy it myself. I like Animal Crossing a lot, but it's not my favorite style of game, so I didn't think a Pokemon version of that would be quite as interesting or pulling for me. I'm just waiting on those big exclusives here, and it kind of sucks being a Switch 2 early adopter and just feeling like there's not a lot going on in terms of first-party support. I play a lot of my third-party games on the PlayStation 5 as it is, so that's a little tangential here. Prices are going up. It kind of sucks. Nintendo's following the trends here, and the worst part here is this is likely not where it ends. For PlayStation and Xbox, they raised their prices once, and then they did it again later on. Now prices are ridiculous. I think a PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, I think they're $600 or $650 here in the US. Pretty ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. I can't see Nintendo not doing the exact same thing later on. They're only $50 below like the PS5's original entry point. I can see them moving up from 500 all the way up to 600 in the future here. So yeah, not a great day for the gamers, not a great day for console gamers here. Again, if you want to jump in early, you want to play DK Bonanza, do it before September so that you can get that cheaper price. And I wish you luck if you're doing that. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.